my god, I feel like it's gonna fall down. I don't know. Or I can move to LA, which is the city of my dream. With traffic, the freeway for the career that I do, express with my friends. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I thought of a name for you guys. You guys are called Skindy. S-K-I-N-D-Y. Skindies. Anyways, hi. Today we're gonna be talking about apartment hunting in LA because guess what? It is my 1-year anniversary of living in LA and I feel like I know a thing or two about, you know, like giving tips on how to move to LA and everything. So in this video, I will be talking about why I moved to LA, how I started my hunt in LA, the price, my budget, location, moving tips, the pros and cons of living in LA, just all that jazz. So I thought of doing this video while I clean my apartment because my apartment is like low-key messy. But yeah, I also have clips of apartments that I hunted and I'll add those in a separate section of the video so you guys can see the apartments that I viewed. And by the way, this was last year, so everything could be different. The pricing, the budget could be different from a year from now. So yeah, I wanted to make this video because last year when I was apartment hunting, I was really going through YouTube. Like I was searching up like moving to LA, like apartment tips for moving to LA, and like there was only a few people that like made a whole video about it. So I just wanted to make a fresh video, just a rundown of everything that I wish I saw in a YouTube video when I moved to LA, because I don't know, moving to a new place by yourself or like for the first time is a little difficult, and having some sort of a navigation is very crucial in this situation, because in my situation I moved here by myself, so it would be nice if I could have some sort of guidance if it's not from my friends from online. So without further ado, I'm going to go into why I moved to LA. And yeah, hi from the primary bedroom. I actually live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but I'll talk more about that later. But in the meantime, I forgot to do my bed this morning, so I'm going to do my bed while I tell you why I moved to LA. So I moved to LA end of March, beginning of April, so it is 1 year. And the reason why I moved was because I graduated from college in December 2021, and I was like, you know, I can either move back home, which I hate home, I hate where I grew up, or I can move to LA, which is the city of my dreams. Like my mom told me the other day that I told her that I wanted to move to LA since I was like 11 or 12, and I stuck with my words. I'm a woman of my words. When I say something, I make it happen. So this is why after graduation I was stuck with 2 choices, and I thought it was the perfect time to move to LA because I was also, or am still, pursuing social media. So I just thought that this would be a better place to be where other than home. So I took a month off in January after I graduated just to chill, and then in February to March, that's when I started apartment hunting in LA. Ever since I was little, I always knew that LA would be my home. I just didn't know when I would move here because obviously like you can't just move to a place and with no, I mean you can, but like a lot of people don't like LA and a lot of people do like LA. But I feel like because I've already loved LA, like coming here, I would come to LA a lot, like on family road trips and even road tripping with my friends, to know that I would love LA. So it was not like a hard decision to move to LA. And ever since living here, like I feel like I've been much more happier. There's so many things to do in LA. I feel like I'll never be bored of LA. It's definitely like overwhelming. So if you like your alone space in the suburbs, LA is not for you. But I'm a city girl, and that's why like moving to LA was not a hard decision at all. I brought my laundry with me, so let's do it together. Anyways, now let's talk about how I started my apartment hunting in LA. So I moved in March 30th and I started my hunt like end of February, and the reason why is because basically apartments usually prefer you to move in as soon as possible. So I actually came down to LA because I'm not from LA. I came down to LA twice to apartment hunt. The first time I came in was end of February and my move-in date was end of March, and they still thought it was early. But the reason why I came the first time to hunt at end of February is because I wanted to scout out which area I want to live in, and I'll talk more about that in another segment. But basically I was thinking of like multiple areas. I definitely wanted to stay in LA, so I was just driving around and looking at a couple apartments in LA, like West Hollywood, downtown LA, Culver City. There's a lot of locations that I was like kind of looking at. And the second time I came down to apartment hunt was to sign my lease, and that was like the real deal. So I signed my lease to this apartment probably 2 weeks before I moved in. So if you're like planning to move to a place in like a month, don't like think that you're behind, because there's literally literally people who signed their lease like a day before moving in. Apartments love it when you move in as soon as possible, so that's something to think about. Okay, now let's talk about the budget, because I changed my budget like I think 5 times. Basically, when I first started hunting in LA, I wanted to live in a 2-bedroom apartment and my budget was $3,000. And if you know LA, you know 3,000 for a 2-bedroom is like nearly impossible. And I wanted to live in a nicer area with like security, because I originally moved here alone, so I didn't want to have to worry about like my safety being compromised. So I wanted to pay more for that extra security. So that being said, 3,000 2-bedroom apartments with a place with security is nearly impossible in LA, like in the heart of LA. It is possible if you want to move to like the valley or like a nearby city of LA, but I wanted to live in LA. So I had to quickly change my budget up, which was to 3.5 before I started my hunt in LA. But then when I started my hunt in LA and I started seeing those apartment prices for a 2-bedroom in LA, I quickly realized that my budget has to be around 4.5K for a 2-bedroom with security in the heart of LA. And if you also didn't know, most apartments need you to make 3 times more of the rent. So that is also something to think about too. But yes, my budget was 3K and it changed to 4.5, which is around how much I pay right now. And that is just the reality of living in a place that has so much demand, you know, like so many people like wanting to live there. I mean, this LA is like a very popular place for everyone. So, you know, if a place is like more popular, it's going to be more expensive. It's just pretty self-explanatory, and that's just the reality of like living in a place like this. But yep, that is the price. Hello from my living room. Okay, so basically now let's talk about location. Like I said, part of the reason why I'm wanting to move to LA is because it would be beneficial for the career that I do. And the career that I do, it is basically more beneficial to move to the heart of LA, because that's where all the events that I go to. But yeah, so that being said, before I wanted to move to LA, I really wanted to move to West Hollywood. And the reason why is because a lot of people recommended me West Hollywood as a good place to live. And I really love West Hollywood. I do go to West Hollywood literally like 10 times a week. I'm not even kidding you, because of the events that are hosted there. It is such a pretty place. People say that it's a walkable area, and it is. That's a pro of West Hollywood. But I saw more of a con in West Hollywood, and why I didn't want to move to West Hollywood is because number one, I love driving. LA is a driving city. You cannot walk anywhere in LA, and if you want to take the metro station, you will not get anywhere you want to go to. So with that being said, West Hollywood is not near any freeway, so you have to drive 15 minutes to a freeway, and that is without traffic. With traffic, the freeway could take upwards to 30 minutes. It's not a very convenient place to live in. So that's why I decided after my search in West Hollywood to not live in West Hollywood. I did do most of my apartment hunting in West Hollywood, and it's a really nice area. I do still recommend people to live there, but in my case, I just didn't feel like it was beneficial to move to West Hollywood because of the traffic and because it's not near any like major freeways. And I think it is beneficial for me as someone who drives to live near a freeway, and I don't regret my decision. Second location that I was looking into is downtown LA. And if you know downtown LA, you know it's a very dangerous place depending on like what area it is, but most of downtown LA is kind of dangerous. I hear a lot of like horror stories all the time, so that is already like a place that I kind of didn't want to look into because of the high crime rates. And like I said, I wanted to live in a place where there's security, because originally I moved in alone, so that's why downtown LA is scratch off the board. And also downtown LA is like kind of expensive to live in too. And I won't reveal the exact location of where I live, but I live in like the mid-city area, west side of LA, and I really like where I live because it's very central to major freeways. It's very central to West Hollywood, to downtown LA, to Santa Monica, like to everywhere. I mean, LAX is also close by to here too. So I really love this area. I am moving though soon, so once I move, I will give like an apartment tour. But yeah, wait a minute, before I get into this video, I should talk about my apartment right now. So a little rundown about my apartment. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. Rent is about 4.5 a month. It depends on utilities. Utilities is like a lot. And I live in a 2-bedroom apartment because the second bedroom is a write-off for tax purposes. And if you have a business, you can do this too. That is the reason why I moved to a 2-bedroom, to be honest, because I wanted to separate my work and my peace, because your mental health is very important and you should never sacrifices. So that is also the best decision I've ever made. I'm filming here from my second bedroom, the office, and yeah. So let's talk about tips on apartment hunting. So for apartments, you usually need to have an appointment before viewing an apartment. So go down and write on your notes app or something a list of apartments that you want to view, and then just schedule everything. Make sure to give yourself an hour for each apartment you view, because usually apartment tours take 1 hour to view the apartments that you like, the amenities, and everything, all the above. So yeah, for myself, I gave myself 3 apartments to hunt per day, and I was hunting 9 apartments. So I was here in LA for like 3 days, and of the 3 days, I viewed 3 apartments per day. That's 3 hours, and you have to take into account of traffic too. So make sure to not book yourself from one apartment like in West Hollywood at like 2 p.m. and another apartment in like downtown LA at like 4 p.m. You're not gonna get there on time. Seriously, you're not. So make sure to take into account of traffic too. And when I was viewing the apartments, I actually had a whole Google Drive. So each apartment unit that I viewed, I took a video of the entire place and I put it into a Google Drive. In the Google Drive, I'll put in like the unit number and like the price of each unit. And that was just easier for me to like make a decision at the end of the day too. So like I was very organized. I had just a simple video, just a pan through of each apartment. And I don't know, it was just so easy at the end of like my trip to finally figure out like which apartment I wanted through the videos, because when you view this many apartments, you will be surprised. You won't remember like the small details of it. So having video proof and the price and everything is very crucial to make sure that you're moving into a place that you love. Oh, also tip about like when you hunt, make sure to ask the lease agent questions about the apartment. And I'll share the list of questions down in the description below. And these are questions that, you know, that are very like common sense questions, but like usually like it's very important to have questions answered before you sign a lease to a year or like up to 2 years too. So, you know, you want to make sure you're making the right decision at the end of the day. Another tip is if you're an indecisive person like me, I'm kind of decisive, but in big situations like this, I'm pretty indecisive. I recommend you ask your friends and your family about your opinion or their opinions after they view the video of the apartment for their opinions, because my friends actually helped me a lot in like the decision making. I know at the end of the day is like your choice, but just to have another person's input is very important at the same time, because you don't know how other people view things and you might not think of the things that they think of. So it's very good to have another person's opinion. Okay, now let's talk about moving tips. I actually moved from my college town up in Davis to LA. So I had to rent like a 12-seater van from Turo. It's like the equivalent size of a small U-Haul van. And the reason is because I just moved with my clothes and my skincare. Like I moved with 0 furniture. Every furniture that is in my apartment right now, I bought ever since living in LA. So also moving is hella expensive. I also recommend searching on Facebook Marketplace, because there are so many things from Facebook Marketplace that is like a big discount from getting it from a retail price. I also do recommend Amazon too. Amazon Home also has very good furniture for a very low price, and also IKEA. I got most of my things from IKEA. The only downside of IKEA is you have to assemble each furniture yourself, unless you pay that extra fee to come and set it up for you, which I recommend. Like if you are moving here by yourself, I think you should just pay that extra fee just to have someone build it for you, because I swear to you, some IKEA furniture would take me like a couple days, but thankfully my friends helped me out on that. But if you're moving locally, like I don't know, like an hour or 2 hours away from LA, I would recommend like hiring a service. There's Roadway. There's a lot of services that helps people move from one place to another locally. It's just unfortunately like me living up, I think 6 or 7 hours drive away, it's not gonna cut it. So I had to just like leave all my furniture back at my college town, which is not bad because a lot of people do still love furniture. So yeah. Now I'm gonna show you the top 3 apartments that I wanted, but it didn't work out in the end, and I'll share with you why in the video. When I show you the view, I'll show you the price, the number of bedrooms, pros and cons. Maybe I'll share the apartment name, but yeah. Okay, so this was the first apartment that I was so torn on. I almost wanted to sign a lease, but what was holding me back was the fact that the rent is $4,200 per month with no special deals, and it was also on the 3rd floor, which my boyfriend said that you can hear a lot of noises on a 3rd floor. The layout is pretty. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but the bedrooms are super far apart from each other. I love that there's a walk-in shower, and you can see how spacious the master bedroom is. When I was touring this apartment, it was my first time ever imagining myself living here. I was picturing where I would put my stuff, and that was a good sign. Look at how spacious the living room is. What I don't like is that there's no kitchen. And remember when I said that the other bedroom is on the other side of the apartment? That's what I really liked, because I really wanted to separate my work and my living space. The closet is huge. I could put all my skincare in there, and then there's a bathroom right next to it. Location wise, this was in a really good part of West Hollywood. Oh my goodness, don't even get me started on this apartment unit. I almost signed a lease to this apartment, and the price is $4,406. It was literally perfect. I got everything I need. Location wise, this was very close to UCLA, so it's in a very nice area of LA. The only thing that I didn't like about this apartment unit was that there's no kitchen island, but I was willing to bypass that. This apartment has your traditional 2-bedroom layout where the bedrooms are on opposite side of the apartment. This is actually the primary bedroom. It is really spacious. The window is a bit small though, but you know what? I didn't really care at that point. This was really nice. The bathroom was what sold me. So this is a huge bathroom. I got a his and hers and cabinet space for all my beauty stuff, my skincare, and it has a this bathroom heavily influenced my decision on wanting to lease this apartment to the point where I came back 3 times and almost signed my lease. The walk-in closet is big enough for me. This walk-in shower is so beautiful. This was also on the 8th floor, so it was a bit high for me in my preference because I used to be scared of heights, but I was willing to live on the 8th floor because this apartment was so pretty. And this is supposed to be the office space. Looks kind of like the primary bedroom, but it's a bit smaller. And I love how it connects to a closet, which is a bit small, but you know what? I did not care. To the bathroom, hello. This second bathroom would have been my office bathroom, and I really loved how I have so much cabinet space and it has this vanity lights. It also does not have a walk-in shower, but you know what? I did not care. Oh, and I forgot to tell you all that there's a balcony, and I love gardening, so I was so excited to have my own garden in this apartment. This apartment was the runner-up to the apartment that I live currently right now. I just like the apartment I currently live in better, but this was also really, really nice. Okay, this was the 3rd apartment unit that I thought was really big, and I just felt like I just didn't deserve this much space. Plus, the price is a whopping $4,445 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but this is a really big unit. You can see that the balcony is so huge, it even wraps all the way around the other side of the apartment. I can have a whole party in the balcony just by itself. And then here is the living room area, which is also really spacious too. And behind this door is actually the primary bedroom, which I love how it is so conveniently placed there. This bedroom is huge. I love how there is a hardwood floors, and there's a huge walk-in closet that has shelves just like how I want it to be. I guess my only con is that the bathroom has only 1 sink and a bathtub and no walk-in shower. And remember, another con I said was that this apartment was so big, like I just didn't feel like I deserved this space at all. Walking back here, I also didn't like how there's no kitchen island, but you know what, I was able to compromise, you know. On this side here is the office space with huge walk-in closet. I can put so many things in here, and the bedroom is a little bit smaller than a primary bedroom, but it is still pretty big. And this bathroom is humongous. I can film so many videos in here with lots of space to put all my equipments. And yeah, this was near Hollywood actually. I hope you found this video helpful in any way possible, because like I said, it was very hard for me when I first moved to LA and I searched on YouTube, and there was just a very few people. So this video just like answers all my questions, you know, to be honest. Like I wish I saw this video a year ago. But let me know if you have any more questions and I can answer it down below in the comment section. Also, like I said, I'm going to give one person a shout out per video. So from the last video, I want to shout out Anna Wool. I loved your comment so much, and I can't believe that I'm the reason why you started skincare. It is so amazing to even wrap my head around that, but I hope you keep up with your skincare because skincare is super important for your skin's health, just in general. I'll also make sure to wear SPF and drink water. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and comment your favorite part of this video if you like to do chores, because you saw the amount of towels I had to fold earlier. I'm still not done with that, but I'm gonna go do it right now. Anyways, videos will be out once per week. I promise. It is kind of hard posting short and long form at the same time. Thank you for being with me. I love you guys. And let's get to 1.5 million by the end of April for my birthday wish, please. Okay, bye.